In this episode, we're going to talk about energetic etiquette. So, without further ado, let's get into it. Hi, and welcome to Oak Lore Duir. For those of you that don't know me, my name is Claire Attio. For those that are returning subscribers, thank you, thank you, thank you, and welcome back. So, energetic etiquette, and I'll keep wanting to say spiritual etiquette. It's two of the same. It's interesting how that's been coming in because I was given the energetic etiquette, and then as soon as I started doing the video, it's like spiritual etiquette. And as spiritual beings, as practitioners on the spiritual path, yes, it's amazing. Yes, when you start to open up to your gifts, it's like, wow, this is, those extra sensory perceptions, the extra information that we gain to navigate through our lives is it's awesome. It's amazing. It's an absolute privilege, but with it comes a responsibility. And this has come onto my radar quite a lot because there's a lot going on energetically. Some good, some bad, all of it good long term in the longevity. But of course, we've got to navigate through some of the darker aspects of humanity's creation to get us to the good stuff. It's like our spiritual journey. We have to do the hard, sometimes heavy work of the dark night of the soul, and that shadow work and that inner child work, and revisit those times that weren't so great in our life to gain the understanding, to gain a different perspective, to lighten and clear those energies out. And what's been coming onto my radar and what spirit's been actually saying is there has been a lot of, with more and more people opening up to their spirituality and opening up to their gifts, we really need to get very clear on what is the etiquette for using these gifts, because it seems that there have been quite a few people that have overstepped the line of etiquette and moved into some really low vibrating habits that they probably may not even know that are low vibrating habits because of where they are on their journey. But with that carries danger. For example, if you remote view somebody just because you're being nosy, you're in that human energy of being nosy, being curious. And that curious, I always love the phrase, curiosity killed the cat. And we need to really kind of take that on board, because yeah, you may not be going in there with any malintent. You may just be thinking, oh, I'd like to know how they do that, and I like to know how they do this, and oh, blah blah blah. Whatever is on your spectrum, you're curious. You've got that curiousness. But what you're actually doing when you're remote viewing, and okay, your intentions may not be ill intent, but you don't know what you're carrying, because curiosity is quite a low vibrating frequency. You don't know what you've attracted within your energetic field that you're then taking with you when you do remote view that other person. And so when we come into these skills, when we come into these gifts, when we start perfecting them, we also come into an unwritten agreement with divine over how they're to be used. And I've noticed definitely in this last year that many people are not adhering to that unwritten agreement. They still have personal development to do. There are still aspects within their psyches that are low vibrating, and So their actions don't correlate with their gifts. And this is part of the process. I'm not going to say it's good, it's bad. It's part of the process. It's part of our learning. It's part of our development. We, as we open to our gifts, need to take the responsibility for those gifts and take responsibility for the energetic resonance that we put out there and how we affect and how that affects the people that we're working with. And a great example of that is when I'm doing Reiki healing. Now I'm clairsentient, so I can actually feel when people have a problem. I can feel when people are ill. I can feel when there is an emotional imbalance. I can feel all that. What I don't actually do, which I could easily do, but it's not part of the written agreement, is I don't fish around to find out why. If people offer that information, all well and good. But I don't use my gifts to go nosing around in somebody else's psyche to discover why they have that emotional balance. That is not what we're here to do. We're here to help people understand themselves and to help people clear and clean their energies, call back powers, release negativities or blockages. We're not here to stand as judge and jury to gain all that information. And I do know that a lot of people have, and there's been a lot of breaches in people's Akashic records. And this is a major, major concern. And I would actually suggest to everybody that they put a lockdown on their Akashic records, because those that go nosing around in other people's Akashic records do not, one, they are in a low vibration. They may be a skilled practitioner, but their vibration is low. And so in that, there is a high percentage of chance that they are carrying some low vibrating energies within their own field, within their own energetic field. And if they energetically project themselves and start to view your Akashic records, they are taking that energy with them, and those energies can also view your Akashic records. And so I personally would put a block. I would set the intention, tune into yourself as to how you do that. Each of us will be slightly different, but I would personally close the Akashic records to anybody other than the divine. Because you don't even need to know what's in there. When the time is right for you to know all that you are, those insights, those gifts, those powers will come to you in divine timing. The Akashic records, yes, they hold all our information. Accessing them is just a human curiosity. There is no need to access them. You're not going to miss anything. You will be given, the keys will be given, the gifts will unlock as and when divine deems you ready. Divine sees that actually, yes, you can be given those gifts and you are able to undertake the responsibility and accountability for them. We're not always in the right place and the right space, and we may not see that. In fact, most of us don't see that, but the divine does. The universe does. the cosmos does. When we start trying to find this information, that is when we've gone into the ego. That is when curiosity has got us. That is when our humanness has taken over. That is not coming from a heart-centered connection to divine. That is coming from a mental connection to ego. Close off your Akashic records to anybody other than divine. When you're undertaking practices, be very mindful of the information that you're allowing in, that you're fishing around for. Is it necessary? As practitioners, there are certain amounts of energies and information, energies and information that we need to be able to do the work that we're doing. But we shouldn't be being intrusive unnecessarily. We shouldn't be fishing around. I have had many clients say to me, oh, well, you know what's gone on. No, I don't know what's gone on. I can feel that there is an emotional imbalance. I can feel that it's probably to do with X, Y, and Z. But I don't actually know, because I put those boundaries in place for myself. I am adhering to the agreement, the unwritten agreement of energetic etiquette. Fishing around in somebody's energy, looking at what's happened in their life, is very intrusive. That is like opening somebody's mail. We just don't do it. When we ask for permission to enter somebody's energetic field, which is what we should all be doing before we undertake any practice, we should also have those boundaries in place that we only feel, see, sense, hear what is actually needed to be able to sort the issue, to sort the problem, to find the blockage. We shouldn't be roaming around in each other's lives. Oh, well, they did this and they did that, and oh, that's why that. It's not necessary. We go in, we fill into the energies. I fill in. I always say feel because I'm clairsentient. That's my, I've got, the others are there, but clairsentient is my strongest. You feel in, well, however you do it, but you gain the information that is absolutely necessary, and then you pull away. You pull out. You don't go in there fishing. If the information of that story, if that person that you're working with wants to share that story, or it's beneficial for them for you to gain more information, then ask. Just because somebody has given you permission to enter their energetic field doesn't mean that they want you rifling through their knicker drawer. It's intrusive. And it's not necessary, and it's low vibrating. You keep breaking just because of your human curiosity, because of your humanness. If you keep breaking the unwritten contracts of our gifts, they will be taken away from you. There is always consequence. The biggest thing that I wanted to get across is, even if you have no ill intent when you're doing this, you have no idea what may be cloaked within your energies. What you're doing is so low vibrational that for sure there will be darker energies, darker entities cloaked within your energy, and you will not have a clue it's there. And these entities are malevolent. If the truth be known, this is why your curiosity is as it is, because your energetic fields are not clean, they are not clear. And so you thinking it's just curiosity, and what it is it's a malevolent entity within your own energetic fields that is creating this curiosity, egging you to go and do these things. Be very mindful when you get permission from another being to enter their energetic fields, to be feel into their energy fields. Understand that there needs to be boundaries in place. Understand that you only go in, get the information that's needed, and you come out. You don't remote view people. You don't astral project to people. You don't fish around in their energetic fields of people just because of curiosity, just because you're wanting to see what they're up to, because you're, oh, well, what are they doing? You're in competition. Those are all low. They're very, very normal, very human aspects of being a human, but they are low vibrational. We're not in competition with each other. What we need to be doing is to be building and helping ourselves and each other. Do not become a vessel of low vibrating energies. Just because you never took the time to learn the etiquette of energetic work. You never took the time or responsibility for your role within that. It was a bit of a game. It was a bit of a play. It's not. It's very serious. When you are given these gifts, they come with massive responsibility. And it's that lack of taking responsibility and accountability that created the whole issues within the Dark Ages. Do we really want to go back to that? We are in a point in time, a point in history where we can have these gifts and not be persecuted for them. But that is only going to occur as long as we take full and utter responsibility, full and utter accountability, and we use them with integrity. It's really important that we do that. We use our gifts with integrity. You live your life authentically and integrity. You've been chosen. You're part of a lineage that have had these skills. Use them for the good of all. Be of service. And I'll leave it at that. If you've liked the video, then press that like button. If you've not yet subscribed, please hit that bell. And I shall see you on the next video. You take care. Bye-bye.